Hey, so today I'm going to be talking about an entertainment kit. Now, what does this have to do with emergency preparedness? Well, in an emergency, when you're fleeing the house, you're in a FEMA camp, whatever, you're going to have to do something to keep your kids entertained. And this isn't just for their sake, but of course it is. It's also for your sake. You need to direct your energy and focus on the situation at hand. And it really isn't fair to your kids if they are just sitting idle hours or days past the time when their iPad and iPhone and electronic toys that they had with them are all dead. Now, if you had a portable charging kit and these devices, such as the phone, the tablet, which most kids are glued to these days, those are all USB rechargeable, of course. So you could keep those going if that's your primary means of entertaining your kids, so they are basically self-contained and not nagging you, telling you that they're bored, that they need your attention, etc. You need to preserve whatever reserves of focus and energy you have. This might be days into a catastrophe. You're running on fumes. The food you're getting is intermittent. You're exhausted. You haven't slept a full night in maybe days. In some cases, this could be weeks. So it's hard on your dog. It's hard on your family, of course, and especially if you have young kids. So the entertainment kit is designed to be a non-powered way of keeping your kids entertained. You might have kids that want to play Uno, cards. They might want to just draw, and you don't know how long this state of emergency is going to last. You don't know how long you're going to be away from home past the time when their iPad and iPhone and electronic toys that they had with them are all dead. You can control a great amount of things that you can foresee, which are within your control. There's always going to be more that is unexpected and outside of your control than what is within. But why not take advantage of the things that are obviously foreseeable and the things that you can control now? So plan ahead. And when it comes to your kids, well, it's not going to be unexpected that you're going to have your kids with you. It's not going to be unexpected that your kids will need attention and they will need entertainment. And that is to help you. You need to preserve whatever reserves of focus and energy you have. This might be days into a catastrophe. You're running on fumes. The food you're getting is intermittent. You're exhausted. You haven't slept a full night in maybe days. In some cases, this could be weeks. So it's hard on your dog. It's hard on your family, of course, and especially if you have young kids. So the entertainment kit is designed to be a non-powered way of keeping your kids entertained. You will know what is appropriate for your age kids, but you can see here, Survival Skills Handbook. And this is written to be as simple for a kid to understand, which is great if you're a novice prepper as an adult and you want to learn how to make an alcohol burner. You want to create a parabolic solar cooker, just knots, right? This will keep a kid busy for hours. Learning how to tie the perfect knot. Look how many knots there are in here. And using some paracord, 550 cord, that'll keep the kid busy for hours, literally. There's, tying around a lamp post, a street post, street sign, just a stick, maybe around their own arm, just practicing tying and untying different kinds of knots. See how many they can memorize, see how fast they can do it, see how perfect they can do it. Just that alone will keep them busy for hours. Next, urban survival playing cards. So why not have a powerful survival tool while you're killing time? Again, the most benefits for the finite amount of resources that you're going to have, which is time, which is space, which is mental bandwidth, and there's several others. So urban survival playing cards. Similar to that is wild cards. Now these are more than just plants. These are edible plants. So what you're going to do is play with these cards instead of a standard card deck, which I have two, which in case somebody wants to borrow your cards, give them that. These are too valuable. These are too important. And as you're playing, you're going to learn to identify new edible plants. Now, as a side note, I'd recommend that you use your phone now during a calm, normal, non-emergency environment Next time you're out hiking, start snapping pictures of plants that you think might be edible. Anything you see that has fruit on it that you don't obviously identify as regular citrus. But there's cactus that have fruit on them. There are numerous little bushes with berries on them. Many of them are not edible, but a lot of them are. So use your camera, take photos of those, and then when you get back home, because you're probably not gonna have cell signal when you're out on your hike, use an app like PlantSnap, and you can upload those pictures and it'll identify what each of those plants are based on the fruit or based on the leaf or both, and it'll give you a description whether it's edible or not. There's other apps, but that's one that you could use. Similar, you want to be able to identify plants now. So start using these now when you're traveling, at home, when you go camping, and then you can double check while you have cell signal, while power is up. When you are out hiking again, hey, that looks like the one I saw from the card game last week. Let me double check. Playful preparedness. This is going to teach situational awareness, survival mindset. It's super simple. It's written for kids, but again, if it's written to be simple enough for a kid, it's perfect for a novice adult. And have your kids read this. They can probably teach you a few things while you are just killing time. So you're going to be looking around. You're going to be seeing people on their phones just scrolling, just killing time. Any downtime is an opportunity to make it valuable learning time, and don't let these opportunities go to waste. So by having an entertainment kit for your kids, think how many benefits you're getting. First, it's self-contained. You hand this to your kid, you buy what is appropriate for your kid's age, and then let them just entertain themselves. If they're young kids, then they would want something like this, like paint by water. So it's reusable, which is key because you don't know how long the emergency is going to last. And also you want to be able to use this over and over again when you travel. Again, all this stuff is not just for that once in a lifetime emergency. It's for camping, it's for travel, airplane travel, car trips, when you stay in hotels. It's going to give you added control over your life rather than have to hope that the hotel has a USB charging outlet. You have all that with you in your charging kit. Rather than hope the water is safe to drink when you go to Mexico, even though you don't know if it is, they tell you it is at the hotel. Why take the risk? Use the water purifier in your hotel room. If you're out to dinner, use this filtered water bottle. Just say, it's a habit. I always drink out of this. I have a straw, but secretly you're filtering 99.9999% of all the waterborne bacteria, and it's not inconsiderate to your hosts in a third world country, foreign country, where the water standards are possibly not up to the par that you're used to back at home. And there's different bacteria that you don't want to ruin your vacation having your internal organs deal with the new bacteria. You should be enjoying your vacation, not testing your internal composition for ruggedness. So this book, this is just one example, but you add water to it. See? So that'll keep little kids entertained, and they can let the book dry out and over and over again. See that? This with water. So that is why I designed this entertainment kit. It's also why I like having everything modular. Right? So if I were to put this in a 3-day bag, a 72-hour kit, you have to pick and choose what is the priority. This would not be a priority, having all of these things, because you're going to have to give up space for your charging devices, your food, which is far more important. Everything in an emergency situation is a triage. Everything in life is a triage. You'll never have enough space, time, or money to do everything you want to do. So always put the most important things at the top of the list and continue to refine. That's why you want to use these kits as often as possible, not just save it for when that 30-year earthquake happens. Use them when you go travel to your relatives, when you go on vacation, when you go camping. Less important, but kind of cool, is astronaut ice cream. Obviously, this is a once and done kind of thing, but you can use this as a treat for your kids. If you give them a really complex task, right? You show me how to do 5 perfect knots in the Survival Skills Handbook. You know, you paint every picture just perfectly within the lines, and I will give you this ice cream. And the thing about this ice cream is that you don't have to worry about it melting. You don't have to worry about it spoiling, most likely. I mean, it is going to last Best By September 2024. It'll be good for years beyond that too. Now the Write in the Rain, it's amazing how much a kid can think of when they just have a notepad. Obviously you can play games with this, you can play tic-tac-toe, hangman, all that. The goal is to get them to focus on anything other than you and demanding your attention. So I hope you found some novel, non-obvious suggestions here. This is a bag that I have customized for somebody. And if you want me to customize it for you, let me know. Obviously these are removable if you don't want your kid's name on there, but the reason why I put these removable tags on here is so you can grab and go. And then to transport everything, everything has a carabiner. I always have carabiners on my bags. I always have carabiners on me. Carries my mask, of course. But with the carabiner, you can always easily attach 2 bags to each other. My contact information is below. It's also nick@bugoutgobags.com. Thanks for watching.